Woo! Yes, yes. Everybody, okay, Colin, yep, I know. Hey, I gotta talk to you about something. About something right now. Look at this. Tokens. So you're going to get your NFTs, right? You gotta get your NFTs. Get your NFTs. Okay, now listen. So you got your token. You got your phone device here. Where's your NFTs? What is this? I gotta talk to you about this. It's called the Kin Token. You need to get the Kin Token, folks. Kin Token. NFTs, right? 3 hours each. Hey, folks. Kin Tokes. Kin Token. Well, howdy, folks. Me and my little buddy here don't want y'all to get caught up in the rat race. So you're gonna get your Kin Tokens early. You're gonna wait for that airdrop until the membership sells out. Now you could take that to the bank. You could take that to the decentralized blockchain technologies, buddy.
Alrighty there, okay.
It's the freaking Kin Token, folks. Get the Kin Token. It's the Kin Token, folks. Kin Token. Get the Kin Token, folks! You need to get the Kin Token! Get the Kin Token before it's too late! It's like he's, like, I get it, like Kin's Token. He's like, because he's like token. Kin's Token.
And we're live, Bros.
Howdy, how are you?
Morning.
Hi, everybody.
How goes it? Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Matthias, much love, bro. Thanks for all the support. What up, Wax, D&B, Kurt, Rude? How goes it? Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Don't forget to like and share this out. Running a little bit late, later than normal today. Usually start live at noon. It's a little bit of both of our fault. I'm still not even wearing pants.
Oh, I put mine on. It's crazy. I put them on today.
Yeah, I was running that far behind that proof of towel.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm not wearing my nipple rings like usual, but I figured nobody would see that, so it's probably acceptable socially.
We always assume, so it's good that you let us know, so we're not assuming wrong today.
Yeah, I don't want you to go to pull on those later and just like and just fall over because nothing was there to brace you.
We have two guests today. Are from a project. Now, how would you say it's xthings.cards, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, I didn't know if the X was a Z and it was like zthings.com, zthings.com, but it's an X. I don't know if, anyway, my brain went there.
Okay.
Anybody else in the chat? xthings.cards. And I was excited to see you guys building on Wax, man. Like, so I appreciate you taking the time to come on the podcast today. I'll bring the website up for you in the chat. And this way you can introduce yourselves and let them know a little bit about who each of you are, the role that you play in the project. And then we can go into what xthings.cards is.
Cool.
Yeah. So we're based out of Vancouver, Canada. There's a lot of big NFT projects from here, like NBA Top Shots. Their headquarters is here at Dapper Labs. They do the crypto kitties and stuff, like, and also Anchor, the wallet for Wax, is also, they have their headquarters here too as well.
Wow, man, that is awesome. Yeah, I love Canada. People know I'm pretty much like a self-declared Canadian.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's lots of game stuff here too as well. We got EA headquarters here as well for the game development. There's really good tax incentives and stuff in BC and in general in Canada that has lots of game development, movies and stuff being done here.
That's awesome, man. You guys are in like the right spot at the right time. It seems like. Do you come from an ecosystem of this nature, of like the gaming side of things, or something like that, or where are you coming from coming into this space?
Well, it's funny actually. We've been producing feature films for since 2012. And the idea actually originally came from a script that we had pitched at the American Film Market and in at Cannes. And so we've expanded on this idea actually in other ways too. We created action figures,
actual physical stuff that goes along with it too as well.
Yeah, we sported these at like film markets, and so but it's tough to sell movies, and so a lot of times scripts like kind of sit around, and we thought we want to do something with this material because people really loved it. We just couldn't produce it the way we wanted to, and we found that. And then Anthony actually mentioned NFTs to me. I was like, he's the one with like who found out about NFTs. I had no idea until earlier this year. Was it last year or something?
How'd you find out about NFTs, if you don't mind me digressing a bit?
Well, I'm actually a big listener of the Bad Crypto podcast and the Nifty show and stuff like that. So been listening to them for a long time, and that's why I kind of got introduced originally to you two actually, and to them through the Bad Crypto podcast.
Shout out to Joe and Travis. Much love out to everybody on the Bad Crypto team. Thanks.
Oh yeah, love those guys there. Yeah. So yeah, I'm familiar with that. I use like a lot of stuff on the Wax blockchain myself. There, I got stuff in Our Planet. I got stuff in what else there? Green Rabbit there too as well.
Oh yeah, I would if I was wearing pants. I'd show you my leg tattoo. I got a tattoo at their party.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, great. Their whole team is awesome. So it's cool that you got some of their stuff, and that's
I was lucky to get in early on. Yeah, I was early on that there too, and I got stuff on Collect Social that I'm gaining points on that Raccoon Coin. So I'm really familiar with the Wax blockchain and ecosystem there.
Gotcha. So I guess to go back to what you were talking about, sorry about off-roading there, but yeah, bringing in like where you've coming from with like the movies industries and his knowledge now of like the gamification of Wax. I guess you're trying to combine all of these into like it's a new thing. I'm curious, what is xthings.cards exactly?
Well, xthings, the game itself, we're going to have it's like a turn-based style game similar to like Splinterlands. Okay. We're also going to have like staking functionality in there as well, similar to like Our Planet or Green Alien as well. So it's like something like that too as well. We'll have a staking mechanism, and then you can trade the cards too as well. But there's lots of other stuff too that we want to implement too as well in the future, like actual having physical stuff similar to what's it called, Graffiti Kings, how they do their stuff. We'll have like actual physical figurines that will come along with it too.
Are you talking to the same people that they're working with?
No, we do all of our stuff.
Oh well, I could introduce you to those. I introduce them to the people that they're working with their physical.
Okay, yeah, that'd be awesome. I love to introduce them. Yeah.
Awesome.
And then we got like physical cards too as well that we're gonna have. As well.
Of course, dude. What the hell though? Yeah. They're huge.
I know. Yeah.
That's just to show you these are like old templates that we.
Okay. That was.
Yeah.
It's for better for like showing on podcasts.
Dude, the first thing I noticed was they're not normal size cards.
Oh. I thought they were for like throwing at stuff. Like you seen people like throw cards into watermelons and stuff. Yeah. Those could take somebody's head off.
That's guerrilla marketing. You just don't say shit about your project at all. Don't even mention it, but use your cards and throw them at a watermelon to stick it in it. Cut a banana in half.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have actual size ones too. So like. We eventually plan to turn the digital cards into physical too. Yeah. We just love the idea of xthings because you can just expand so far on it. You can just take it in so many directions.
Yeah.
That's the thing about it.
Oh wow, these are actually less than $1 each. I love seeing NFTs under $1 at sale, and seeing that you get 6 cards for $5 and 12 cards for $9. I don't know. It's obviously not financial advice, personal opinion, of course, but there isn't an NFT that's that has utility that's under $1. It doesn't exist. Just because it does, right? Like it looks like it, but in the future, it'll. You know what I mean? We're all playing with artifacts and historical objects right now. Like, imagine, you know what I mean? So that's how I see it. And 6 cards for $5 isn't too bad. Now, this is on Wax using Nifty blocks. So if you wanted to head on over. You're going to have to get some wax. And, it's less than 18 wax right now for a starter pack.
Yeah, we eventually want to get on platforms like the metaverse, like immersive.io. so we can have these characters. You'd be able to interact with them in the metaverse, which would be pretty cool. So there's lots of utility we want to have in the future as well from our gameplay. It'll be endless pretty much,
See,
and eventually
Nathan, Nathan, how cool would these look using the stuff Sebastian does?
Oh, for sure, dude. That thing in like AR essentially, or like any just that style.
Yeah,
Would be insane.
I'm not sure how familiar you guys are with some of the stuff I do, but if you have like an extra way to bring something up on your end, or I guess I could bring it up over here, but KennyDoll.com. One of my friends created these augmented reality NFTs, and they're only $1, but you could like those cards that you have like this. If I had my phone out, I could have this floating in augmented reality right on my desk or on my front lawn or on the dashboard of the car.
It's so cool. Like it's pretty damn. I mean, not real. It's a cartoon, so it's realistic is a weird word to use, but it's so cool in real life. Like,
and it would scale, and it would be to scale for sure. So like
these could be amazing.
I love the fucking art, dude. It is kind of nasty, although it does look like it's about to shit some green poop on me.
Those two characters he showed you, by the way, you know, I don't usually get political on the show, but they're probably running for president next time around, Kenny and Dutchie. So.
Vice President Kenny for vice.
Yeah, so I just wanted to throw that out there. But yeah, this thing would look amazing in that fashion. Just
would remind me of like fucking Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's got a Yu-Gi-Oh vibe for sure.
With a little bit of augmented reality, it totally could be. This is awesome, guys. I love it.
It's cool.
I love that you are fairly new to the space, but you are running in like pretty much balls deep into this. Like, what has the process been for you finding like artists and developers and, you know, putting all of these like different pieces of a puzzle together?
No, that's actually, it's taken years to build a proper team. And we've had to do a lot of, you know, trial and error, you know, and work with different contractors who we would send original concept work to, and they would help us, you know, really like make it look like real nice, you know. So we have a team of about
at least 15 people to work with,
12, I think it was between 12 to 15 people at a time, doing different little things, you know, to get this to come together from all over the world. So but it's taken definitely years to assemble everybody together like this. This wasn't we didn't come up with all this overnight. It was it's been a long process creating the base material for this, I guess you could say.
Yeah, it's been the most challenging part of this process, since you guys kind of came from sort of not really a different field because it's all, you know, creative work.
Yeah.
But like, what was the biggest transitional hurdle that you guys faced?
I pretty much knew like a lot of the information like technology wise. It was just more so just filling Christoph and my partner in with what was going on with like NFTs and stuff. So it was like basically just explain it and try to build it out to make it something more that would be acceptable to our IP there, this thing there.
How do we get a link to the film mentioned here in the About Us?
Well, the film never got made yet, so there's a script attached to it. So it's a feature film script, xthings. So
which we have a package for. We have like
so basically, the only tell them an idea what xthings is, the whole like idea what the planets are and stuff, or So basically, there's two hunters.
Oh, so yeah. I'm sorry, I missed the question. You want to know what the actual like story is?
Yeah, we should tell them a story about what xthings really is.
Well, they're wondering where they actually get to see the movie.
Yeah, but it's not done yet.
Is the script publicly available, or
no? It's not available yet. We're trying to we're going to be making it eventually in the future. That's what eventually we'd have attached to this as well too. So people who have the NFTs now later on, if the movie eventually gets made, there'll be stuff maybe that attached to the movie as well for these early on NFTs, and then we'd launch NFTs later on that could also possibly fund the movie too, and then you get a percentage of it. So we'd have like investor NFTs, whatever. So it'd be a certain NFT. There'd be like 10,000 of them, and you pay like $100 or something for it, and then each of that would be ownership of the movie. So if we get money or whatever, we put it into like an account, a wax account or whatever, and then it'd be divided out to everyone, whoever gets an NFT or whatever.
Okay, cool. I like it. Yeah, well, one thing feeds the other. It's, you know, you got to take one step at a time. This is a building stone for the greater picture, which is an actual picture, a motion picture.
Yeah, we're kind of going backwards now. We used to like think, we'll make the movie first, and then come the toys and all that stuff, and the video games. And now we're like going completely opposite direction.
I think you're right on that for sure.
Yeah.
It's similar to like Gary Vee. Gary Vee was going to make these different like desk figurines and stuff like that to help people out for like stress at work and whatnot. And then he was brought into the manufacturing of it, and he was like, "Wow, it's going to be really expensive, hard to tool, to send out to all these different places." But with like NFTs, you can get these little collectibles or different things that he was going to create as actual figurines now as NFTs. That's similar to what we kind of are doing now with all of our characters and stuff. He's doing them all as NFTs now because buying these might be too expensive for someone, shipping them out might be hard. Having the physical like merchandise or memorabilia from the movie.
Yeah, basically
is cool.
non-fungible crowdfunding. TM, I'm
It's pretty much,
trademarking
yeah.
this. Non-fungible
Pretty much.
crowdfunding.
Non-fungible tokens.
Yeah.
What was the what's your plan with the staking? I mean, are you guys going to use sort of a conventional staking like idea or mechanism, or do you guys have it figured out?
Yeah, we have something similar to, like you said, like Our Planet and like Green Alien, where you have to like claim every like 24 hours or a period, and then you get something. But right now, in the meantime, we're just be giving out X-coin to card holders. So we'll take a snapshot of who owns the cards now, and then if you have that card, so it's about people holding on to the cards, not just like reflipping them. So if you hold on to the cards now, the snapshot, and then at the end of the month, we'll look at the people who still hold those cards, and then you'll get rewarded. So you have like a staking message like that until we get the other one in place.
Actually, like that. I don't get rid of that. I like that. Keep that in addition to the staking as well. I mean, I think long-term asset holders should be rewarded, and you might be like some of the first that are actually doing that. Maybe I don't know anybody that's looking at like, you've been holding this NFT for this long, and you haven't like transferred it, bought or sold it, like. That's different, you know. I don't know.
People incentivized to hodl it, to hold on to it, to have value of it, not just to resell.
Because a lot of the times projects more so encourage the resell because they want to earn that commission. So they want you to sell it. But if you can reward people for holding it, that actually incentivizes even more scarcity on the secondary market.
And we actually have a really low resale percentage we take as a company. We've checked other people, and they take sometimes a little bit higher. We only do 5% on the resale market.
Or is that fixed, or
that's a fixed. Yeah, that's like a thing there. Like on the through like our contract in Atomic Hub there, we have it set as like 5% within our thing there. So it's like it's really low. I've seen other people have 15, 20%.
Yeah, I think mine's probably at 15.
Yeah, so we don't want to be like greedy and stuff like that and whatnot and try to take lots. We want to be fair to the people that are selling the NFTs if they do sell it.
And we're new too. We're trying to like build a community and we want to get people involved right now.
We're in it for the long haul.
Yeah, that's one way that you're going to do it is by incentivizing early supporters to not only hold their asset and allow it to grow, but rewarding them on a regular basis for not basically just not running away from the project. A lot of people, it's very clear like what their motives are for following something as soon as they flip their first card or whatever. So I don't know. I think it's similar like how Splinterland's like you in some ways they're rewarding like older players by allowing people to rent cards that you couldn't have really gotten unless you were in it early. So like I think anything like this is really good. You're definitely going to endear yourself to your community. Is there anything else that you're going to like kind of surprise? Is there anything you want to reveal here? Any surprises? Any cool stuff you're going to do for people?
Like I said, we will have eventually physical figurines you want to be given out to people that have certain cards and stuff like that that'd be rewarded by it.
And actually, we're with new packs coming out in the future. We're gonna actually introduce new things into the cards. Right now, you can get humanoid and beast.
Yeah,
that's all you can get right now. But there's actually so much more to the story and the world behind it that we're going to be expanding on that kind of stuff. So I mean, something that nobody knows right now is we're going to have things like hunter cards because it's all about hunting aliens on like an intergalactic gaming reserve, Yeah. And so there's so much to expand on. Every monster looks different.
So like for the whole movie idea or the whole like premise for the whole story is these two hunters go to an alien planet like to hunt aliens for sport. And there's two planets, R1 and R2. R1's like the easy planet which they're trying to go to, but for some reason they go to R2, which is the crazy like more advanced planet where they don't have the weaponry, the know-how to fight these things. They're just beasts, they're monsters, and they go to that planet.
Yeah, and on this planet, it's a different type of alien you hunt. They're called the and the X have humanoid form.
You don't
and
know
a
if
beast
it's
form.
you don't know if it's an alien or it's a humanoid or it's like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you could tell us about the story without like giving too much away? I know that you got to probably be careful since it's not out there yet, but.
Well, is the story protected? First off, like I know
Oh yeah,
that.
no, it's protected.
Okay, cool,
Copyrighted
cool,
and
cool.
stuff that.
Yeah. I mean, what do you want to know? What do you?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, all right. So, is there any like specific plots that you or not like not like I don't want to say like any like spoilers, but is there like a specific like plot in the story that you are excited to tell, or like any like underlying thing you're trying to say with it that might not be out loud?
You're wondering almost if like if the film has like a message or the story has a
Right.
message behind it. Yeah, it's got a few in there. It brings up a few questions, because so on this planet, if you're hunting these humanoids, it's kind of one of those things like, are we hunting something that's like us? Like, are they really monsters or are they like animals? In the story, they're kind of they're treated like you can like an animal. That these X, they're considered animals essentially on this planet, right? Because it's a planet solely for hunting these things, and so they don't really have any protection, anything like that. So, you start it brings up all those kinds of moral questions, moral dilemmas that you hear about, surrounding not only like hunting, but also the question is in the story is like, are we hunting something that like ourselves as well? Because these are like humans, So, is it right? Is it wrong? Are they monsters? Are they people? It's that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I hope I made some sense there.
No, that's really interesting. Is there any circumstance in which you would hunt another human being? It makes me kind of wonder.
Yeah, there's that really well-known story. It's been redone many times where people are hunted on an island.
Yeah, the most dangerous game.
Most dangerous game. That's the one. That's the one. Yeah. It is. It brings up similar questions that story did. So it's got a bit of that going there.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought of.
But also, what's really great about it is these X are they're for some reason they're incredibly like violent towards each other. So they always fight. When they see each other, they'll transform these things. So if you love Godzilla movies and stuff like that, or
that's
like
awesome.
Alien versus Predator, there's like
big monsters.
Yeah, there's big monsters. That's why we have like these scale cards, where you actually get to see the size of the humanoid compared to what it turns into in its beast form.
Gotcha.
So
what's your current like ballpark budget on creating this though? Just out of curiosity.
The movie,
The movie. When we were pitching it at the market, it was definitely probably we normally do relatively low budget movies, but we've been trying to move a level up. For years, we've been trying to go up a bit because we've made features, but again, for very little. So we're thinking realistically, anywhere between, and it's a big range, but it's like 10 to 20 million, and that's not much in the film world. It's like, just to get a basic movie going, just a basic movie with $1 million.
The visual effects are pretty expensive there. You get what you pay for at that there.
Yeah, I mean, we've been so good with working with low budgets, so it's like if Anthony and I had to do something like this, if you gave us like, if we stumbled upon 5 million, 10 million,
we could do it.
We could make a move. We could make this movie, but with what we want to do with the special effects is Anthony and I are always trying something new. So even with the special effects, we're not just going to have like CG monsters running around. You're not going to see the same old thing. We're always trying something new. It might not always work.
Did you see what Kevin Smith did with his Clerks 3? He was selling cameos for like $10,000.
That's crazy.
How did we get in there?
I don't know. Well, that was an auction. It actually went up to like $18,000 or $20,000. I got outbid. I think I made like a $15,000 bid, and I got outbid.
Were you going for Silent Bob? That role?
No, I wanted to be homeless guy panhandling.
I mean, that works. I feel like people thought that was what we were doing at some point when we've been hanging out. I mean, we've definitely been in situations where people thought we were homeless.
Yeah.
But anyway, I digress.
So I was saying maybe utilizing something like that where you could potentially auction off the cameos or roles maybe.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That
Yep.
would be a way to like gamify the crowdfunding, non-fungible crowdfunding there, as well as potentially maybe uh, gamifying it in the sense of like people being able to direct it, like it would be really cool to see like there's a director's cut and then there's the community cut where like I want this scene, that's, and like
Yeah.
people can kind of like use the token as a way to vote on which scenes to do, and now you have that community. You got exactly what the fuck you wanted. Maybe it's not good, but you got what you wanted. And then there's that director's cut where it's like, this is how we wanted it to be. And then I don't know, people can play, because I feel like what Netflix is doing by letting me have like the interactive experience where I can kind of with Bandersnatch go in different directions. The next level of that is taking a group consensus and then making that the basic feature that you see is what the 51% or the majority voted on, seeing that movie, the Bandersnatch, in this direction. Now, and that's the direction it will normally play at because of like, you know what I mean? The consensus is. So I was just saying like ways of using NFTs to raise funds through that interactive ability.
Yeah, even sell storylines. Like you could have NFTs that represent certain potential storylines and which ones get bought the most. That's what people want to see, so that's what gets produced in the movie. Those kind of things.
Right. And movies have changed so much over just the last 10 years. So much. Yeah. And they're becoming much more interactive.
Yeah.
Like, totally. That's the thing. So
there's also digital ownership too. If you watch Netflix sometimes that movie's gone, sometimes it's here. So if you got the NFT and had the digital ownership of it too, then you have ownership of the movie or the whatever the product is forever, and you're not going to get it revoked one day just because they lose the licensing right for it.
Yeah, I feel like everybody misses Disney stuff on Netflix.
Yeah, I know. So with NFTs now and all that kind of stuff, you could digitally own. It's like a digital VHS or a digital DVD now, where they can't just recall it and say, "Hey, I don't want you to watch it today" and stuff like that. Same with like when you listen to Spotify or any kind of like streaming service, they might take down music one time or have different new ones on there.
I love that you said digital VHS, bro. Like that's like Bitcoin's digital gold.
Yeah. That's what it is now. It's changing the thing. It's taking the ownership of the artist now back to like the ownership of the artist now. It doesn't have a third person trying to change the thing. Because in the movie industry and the film industry, they always like fudge the numbers and stuff. If we sell a movie, how do you know you sold 10 or you sold 1,000? But with NFTs and stuff like that, you can have like a certain finite number. You have like 10,000 or 100,000 movies or whatever type of medium, and you know as an artist that that's how many there are sold. So there's no hidden people buying them and stuff. It's all transparent on top of the blockchain there, which is really nice. That was my big attraction to the blockchain, was transparency with stuff. You could see what's going on with everything.
Well, yes, and there are still those like back alley markets, I would say, like because you only get the commission fee if the sale occurs on the marketplace. But if I DM you on Twitter and offer you 5% less. You're plus the market fee. So there's still people that do try, but it's obviously it's hell of a lot shadier because you can get burned. The market's there to act as an escrow to make sure that everything happens. But there is still like that chance. But I think the utilities behind them will prevent a lot of that, and the leakage of value will be very minimal with like those peer-to-peer over-the-counter transactions. But like providing utility and keeping it on the marketplaces, I think that's where the real keys are. Even Jim in the chat said should sell plot lands on planets. Yeah, man. Like
I was gonna bring that up. That's a good.
That's what I think of that too. There as well. They're similar to how like other different staking services have like Prospector.io and stuff like that. You own a piece of the land, and then you'd be able to do different things on the planet there with that.
Yeah, have you checked out Alien Worlds at all? Yeah,
I played that too as well. Not big, not like huge into that, but I've played it out just to kind of know what's going on with the gaming mechanisms and stuff.
You should mine on Cavian 3413.
Just saying.
Okay.
Somebody I know may own a plot of land on Cavian 3413.
Okay.
Get in there, bro.
Yeah, my community and myself, we're pretty big on like these things like Alien Worlds and Our Planet and like the gamified NFTs with utility.
Yeah. We're trying to work with a guild too that's in Splinterlands as well.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. They're really big in the
you can throw a tournament on Splinterlands. You don't even like need their permission. It's like go in and create your own like tournament. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think Crypto Stash is doing one. Is that today? When is that? I mean, it'll come up the fight. But yeah, you could even reach out to Crypto Stash and see if he would host your Splinterlands tournament.
Okay, it's Threshold Guardian Gaming. That's the guild.
Okay, I'll check them out. Threshold Guardian Gaming.
Yep.
All right, guys. If you're on Splinterlands, go check the guild out. Threshold Guardian Gaming on Splinterlands.
THG.
What was it?
They have their short form as THG. They have their logo and stuff. Threshold Guardian Gaming.
Yeah, it says right here, I just looked up real quick. Crypto Stash has a tournament Saturday, October 16th at 11 a.m. Eastern.
Okay.
And it's by Zen Sports. So yeah, you might be able to, that'd be cool, man. I love that you are collaborating. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's not enough collaboration in the space.
Yeah. With all community and stuff that we're trying to build there as well.
Well, that's one of the best ways to do it is there's already some healthy, thriving communities. And if you can just show like in those communities, like, hey, we have one over here that's, pretty legit too. It's we're doing like legitimate things. We're actually like rewarding our users. So yeah, it's maybe the best way to get some traction, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I was wondering, is there anybody in particular you would want to like be in the film that you have any eyes on already? Like, yeah, this is who we want in. We would love to get this like role or voice would be perfect for this character. Or
Hinge should be in the movie.
Yeah.
You know what? Ed and I were kind of talking about something like this yesterday, and we didn't discuss any actors or actresses yet, but we were talking about directors first. So we were just kind of throwing some names out there. We were just having some fun, though. We didn't think that.
That's a smart place to start, because I guess if the director doesn't like the actor or actress, they're already fucking out. you have to start. Who would the director want to be? I guess that's a good place. Yeah. So, is there any directors that you would prefer, like hold the wheel?
We were friends actually with Brian Usna and John Penny. They did Reanimators. And From Beyond.
Well, yeah, we've got some friends in like the horror sector of movies, and so I don't know if they'd be appropriate for this movie, but you know what? Like this looks like a James Gunn movie or something. I just recently saw Guardians of the Galaxy actually. That visual style, maybe it's like that's shooting for the stars. That's why we were just joking about it. But if we had to more seriously look at directors or actors or actresses, we would have to really sit down and go over that. We've done that for other projects, but not quite this one yet. Like I said, we were just throwing around some names. I was joking, saying James Gunn or something. And
I think Michael Bay.
Michael fucking Bay. Yeah.
Because the Transformers thing, it's kind of perfect. It's giant stuff with little, people. It's like perfect contrast. He's used to that.
And he doesn't get much love these days, so he might be down to try and reclaim his name to fame.
He co-founded the studio with Rich.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, did he?
Yeah. Yeah, Rogue Interactive Studios.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I got hookups there. Let's go.
I learn something new every day from you, bro.
I talk enough shit. Like I don't need to. If I start saying everything, people are gonna be so annoyed with me. They're already annoyed.
But did your headphone die, bro?
Yeah.
Oh no.
You guys for like 30 seconds. I hope there's not feedback.
It might be all right. I was thinking, why not utilize your previously made films or content with NFTs as a means to use that capital towards this as well, sort of compounding your work from one to another. Have you seen how some documentaries have used the Wax blockchain to sell like clips of their documentaries?
I seen something I think Ban Royalty was doing with one of the movies there. They kind of like had the behind the scenes thing they were doing with it. They were on the Nifty show there.
Yeah, I bought a really expensive penguin from Arkansas.
Okay.
It was a Arctic documentary, and the NFTs were to help raise money for them to make another documentary. So I bid on it and won a penguin.
Oh, nice.
Right.
You get a real penguin with that. That should be the
I
utility.
should have. I definitely could have bought a real penguin for that. So
Can we buy one?
I should have. I can't.
We'll
I
be
can't,
hanging out soon. We should buy one.
can't
together.
responsibly own a penguin.
We can get a penguin together. That's what friends do. Friends do that. It's normal.
But yeah, so why not reach out into your old, catalogs and make some NFTs out of those series and release them into Atomic Hub as well.
Yeah, we could do that as well. Yeah.
We've discussed that too, because we have movies that are concepts they're really concepts that you can expand. That's what we're always looking for. Not every concept can be turned into a toy or an NFT or something like that. We got a lot of stuff that's like fun. It's like our movies. Our purpose was always fun, and NFTs are a much cheaper option to get that content out there. Actually,
How fun would it be to sell sequel rights? Where
That'd be
like
pretty cool,
some random ass person could make the sequel to your movie?
the options are like endless right now, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. You could allocate a percentage of revenue, like 1% or 2%, from the movie itself to card holders. So that every month they were going to airdrop that allocates them, a distributed, amount from that 2%. Based on their holdings.
Yeah, that's what we're thinking about doing, is having an NFT eventually for the X Things or whatever movie, and you can have the NFT fundraise for the movie, and then have all the funds go into a wallet there, it's distributed to everyone's wallet that owns that NFT, a percentage.
Yeah.
So if they need $100,000, $1 million, they sell $1 million in NFTs, and whatever comes in, they get half of the funds separated up within that percentage of investors.
It takes ownership to that next level, because you're like, oh, well, I own this, this NFT now. But it's like, it's cool. Nobody could ever take it away. And I know all the advantages and stuff. But if anybody's adding that extra layer of profitability, hey, we're an investor and an owner of part of this film. Imagine if people had that with movies like Terminator and things that would have made perfect NFT sense.
It's like buying stock in the movie, pretty much.
Exactly. And then you'd have, over that course of that 30 years or so that has passed, you'd make probably a good portion of money out of it.
Exactly. And then also you'd have other stuff you can do with it too, like play with it in the metaverse there, or play with it in the AR thing if you have that popping up there too. So there's many uses along the way, so it adds 100 different values. You might get the actual physical figurine, you might get cards too as well. So it's endless layers of utility that built on top of it there.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend making anything physical into an AR as well as an NFT. You already have the renders, you already have the art and the specs. So if you buy this NFT, you get this physical thing which comes with an augmented reality copy or whatever, and it's almost like I buy one thing, I'm getting three.
Well, here's one interesting concept of how we thought about blending these things. Imagine you can blend your cards to eventually get something to eventually unlock this AR scenario where you can pop on your Oculus and you actually get to sit and watch these things fight. So we've thought of so many different things, there's so much depth we can go to.
And also you'd be able to use some of the X coin blended in with this card to create something. So the X coin will be used as part of with the other NFT that you're blending. So take a base card and use 2 X coin that you blend together to make this only NFT that you can get with it. Similar to how Our Planet does, you blend or combine different things to get this certain combination. It'll be similar to this there too. We'll have a whole bunch of hidden ones that you don't know about, and we'll have some that we have public too as well. That
sort
are
of like super blends and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You gotta love Nifty blocks, guys.
I love Nifty blocks. Yeah.
Are you staking your NFT?
Not yet. They were setting up all that there. We just got verified a little while ago on Atomic Hub there to get set up on Nifty blocks.
Gotcha. Yeah, I just staked 45,000 Nifty for life. But all the but that unlocks so many features, tools, and even front page advertisements and things like that. It's so much utility in that token. I can't stress it enough. And I think when I went to your website, the first thing that came to my mind is I should give them this bit of advice off air, but I'll give it to you on air. You should be offering your packs for sale for like a 10% or something discount, and accept Nefty as well as Wax. So accept full price in Wax, but offer people 10% off if they're willing to pay you in Nefty.
So how would we set that up in there?
You could create two different drops.
Oh, you take just two different drops. Okay.
Yeah.
Now it has both. It has both you can buy with right now, Nefty and Wax.
Right, but you can set two different prices up for the same drop.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah.
So you can give a discount, is all I'm saying. And I know when I had them on last time, I was talking about using different tokens, and that was one of the first things I was, telling them is not just accepting with like Wax and Nefty, but I think there should be able to be a price difference to incentivize it. That way, I don't want to affect the market by buying 45,000 Nefty. I could earn Nefty little by little with the community and accept it as a payment for some of my NFTs.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
So that was like one of the first things that came across my mind when I saw the site was like, oh yeah, I could use Wax or Nefty, but there's no price difference. There's no incentive to the ore. And I feel like even when you go to like the gas station, there's like a cash or credit price, right? Like usually you'll pay less at the gas station if you pay in cash, but if you're paying in credit card, there'll probably be a little bit more for your gas.
Cash is king, bro.
Wait, is that not everywhere? Or is New Jersey
it's not everywhere,
scamming me?
But Jersey's a huge scam. So last night I paid $187 worth of toll violations from last month when I was in Jersey.
Oh yeah.
I got him they're sending them in the mail. Like, you would not believe.
That's like real life gas fees.
I don't even have time for this. Yeah, it's not only am I paying gas to use the actual road, i.e. the network, but yeah, they're giving me like little minor fees on top of it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not good. So yeah, Jersey's a scam.
Jersey's a scam.
Note.
And I'm coming today too, so come at me, Jersey.
Yeah, I'll see you soon, bro.
What you gotta say?
So how can people get involved in the community? Are you looking to,
have a
build
Discord
doers? Are you looking for any doers there, like developers, graphics artists? Or are you just looking for like community members, players, things like that?
No, we're interested in also talking to new developers and graphics artists too that want to work with us in the community, because it's a community-based effort there. It's similar to how movies are made. There's a big team behind the movies there, and we're always interested in meeting new people interested in that sector, that thing. So yeah, if any developers or graphics artists want to hit us up there, we're in the Telegram and Discord and stuff like that, or go to our website there and contact us. And yeah, and also just community members too as well.
It's xthings.cards.
Yeah, xthings.cards, yeah. And we also have the domain also on Unstoppable Domains. We haven't had that set up. So we do have a blockchain domain as well.
Respect.
Bueno.
I think I have, kenbozak.crypto.
I got in on an early time there. We had a special where anything you bought, they gave you like 50% credit later on, or 20% credit, 2 times the credit. So you spend like $10 and you get like $30 in credit later on. So we bought like $50 or $100 worth of stuff, and they gave us a whole bunch more. So we went all in on some Unstoppable domains, which I'm big on.
Yeah, same. Unstoppable's awesome. I was using mine since they came out like years ago. Which is like funny because I've been in the space so long. I'm like, I already forgot the things that people are like, you know what I mean, that are just becoming cool now. Yeah. I'm like, oh yeah, that thing. It's been around a while. Yeah. Like, I forgot things with legacy still mattered. I thought it was about like, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, oh yeah, that's right. Things still here. I felt that way with Basic Attention Token recently. Yeah. I'm like, no shit, that thing's still trucking, eh?
Yeah.
Still kicking.
It actually, Unstoppable Domains just starts working with the Brave browser recently, the last couple months, I think it was, or.
Yeah, it's probably why my brain went from A to B on that one, because I got that email. I remember now.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good now. You can use that instead of having to pay the GoDaddy fees or whatever for your domain every month. You have ownership of it forever there, and those domains, whatever. No financial advice, but pretty much any domain you buy on there, it's pretty gonna be worth a lot in the future.
Oh, for sure. I remember the McDonald's domain story. McDonald's didn't think they needed to, have McDonald's.com until somebody pretty much flipped it on their head, and they regret it the first time they offered to sell it to them. I feel like McDonald's.crypto will probably be about the same. Somebody got that, and they're gonna make a pretty penny when McDonald's realizes.
the big domains I think on there actually were like IP protected. So if you couldn't buy like Nike.nft and stuff like that, they protected them on purpose just so there wasn't any kind of weird thing. But there's other
Oh yeah,
domains.
GoDaddy does that shit. So I don't think there's nothing wrong with that.
Unstoppable Domains did that too as well.
Right, that's what I mean. I was about to say like, oh, that's censorship, but I'm like, well, that's just the domain business, though.
Yeah, that's good though too. It's just so you're not like just stealing people's IP, I guess, and trying to go on it. But yeah, no, it's I think any domain you buy there will be worth a lot in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at some now.
Except if you buy anything related to me, I'm not gonna buy it from you
Yeah.
if you're trying to sell it back to me. Somebody bought KENN.ETH for
Yeah.
like $25,000 or $26,000 the other day,
Wow.
and like tried to sell it to me. I'm like, I don't even want it.
Mhm.
Like, why did you buy this? Trying to like, you just spent almost 30 grand
Yeah.
thinking I was gonna buy something. Like, I don't even want it.
Yeah.
So just
Yeah.
be careful, out there. If you think that buying a domain's gonna get you a Lambo, like somebody may just be like genuinely not interested. So.
Yeah, no.
They went broke on
That's
that
why it's
one.
not financial advice.
Right. That's what I was following up with. Like, it may work because I even mentioned the McDonald's thing, but then I don't want somebody to think I am that McDonald's opportunity for them.
Yeah.
Have it your way, Ken.
Yeah, I will. I have KenBozak.com. I bought that, and I got NFTforsale.com, NFTsforsale.com, and NFTforsale.com. I'm pretty sure I could sell that 3 domains as a bundle for $1 million to like Toys R Us when they want to rebrand.
Oh, for sure. You're gonna be a toy brand. Well, you already are technically.
And that's what I like about your physical things. So, do you have any like NFT to physical utility where like there would be redeemable NFTs for physical things, or like the Garbage Pail Kids came with an NFT with the physical thing?
Yep. Right now, we don't have anything like in with this version out right now, but we are thinking about maybe releasing that in the future. So you'd have this certain like edition, like number 50 of this base or the ultra rare card. So it's only 1 or 2 or 10 of them would be in there. So certain numbers of them, you go to the website there and you just claim it. So similar to how like Collect Social does the verify thing, it would check to see if you already claimed it once. So say if you sold the NFT later on to someone else and they went to the website trying to claim another thing, they wouldn't be able to because it's already already claimed the reward there. So it'd be a Collect Social kind of verify method there, and then you just give out your like actual physical address, you'd get it in the mail there. So
wow, this is going to provide a lot of value to physical collectibles due to the like scarcity, the verifying ability,
Verifiability.
that word of the physical scarcity of those collectibles. Because like, imagine being able to verify how many Harley Quinn Funko Pops were made. You don't know how many, so the scarcity aspect really is hard to add to the value of a Funko Pop Harley Quinn. But if they were using NFTs to keep track of that, like that a ledger of physical collectibles, that scarcity ability, like the value of that is insane. Like to be able to keep track of how many, because somebody may buy a few of the same thing. Like you said, there's only 10 of them. Well, what if I had 5 of them, I could burn 4 of them. Now it went from a 1 of 10 to a 1 of 6.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Oh god, sorry.
That's sort of like what I would do if I had like 3 holographic Charizards. I don't think I would flood the market by selling them. I would probably rip 2 of them in half on a live stream and then keep my 1 holographic Charizard. And the value of it now has increased more than the value I would have gotten from selling the 2.
Yeah.
I'm going to be burning a lot of NFTs for fun. Watch.
Just to gain more value.
Is it weird? I kept all the Pokemon cards. Like I still have a holographic Charizard.
Do you?
Oh really?
Yeah. I kept.
I have it.
I've always loved like collectibles and toys. I kept everything.
You're my inner child's hero right now, man. I wish.
Yeah.
Same Z's.
I grew up in the ghetto.
Michael Jordan cards. That's all.
I grew up in the ghetto, so we got robbed a lot. And I remember the last time I lost my binder full of Pokemon cards was the last time I bought any because I was tired of getting beat up and robbed in my own neighborhood on my way to school or some shit.
Disheartened, dude.
Yeah,
I've had
a lot.
So many times, you have no idea. Like tons of. I mean, I know it's like not even that remarkable if you grow up in a certain neighborhood.
I stopped riding a bike at a certain age because it wasn't worth the health risks.
I grew up in the kind of neighborhood where if you see, like, it was commonplace to just see a bike in a lawn and like you're walking somewhere, like, oh, okay,
public bike. Yeah, public
yeah, you
bike.
just take it and then you just like kind of leave it there and then you get a different ride home.
It's like in Amsterdam, they do that.
That's
Amsterdam, all the bikes are stolen at least once a week or something like that.
oh, that's well. I mean, if everybody's just stealing them and leaving them, though, kind of works out.
They throw them in the canals in Amsterdam, and then they have
Oh.
the boat that comes there and dredges them out every once in a while.
No, the poor
Oh,
fish.
man.
Could you imagine being a fish just chilling, doing your fish thing, and you get hit in the head with a bike? You're like, that doesn't even belong here.
I imagine a beaver dam where the beaver inside is actually like Lance Armstrong, and he's just like building a bicycle beaver dam.
Yeah.
I don't know, like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Can you please
What I
make
got.
that into a piece of art?
I can try. I mean, shit. Sounds
Throw
challenging.
some of those like e-scooters into the pile. Those are everywhere. We have those here now too.
I've seen those things getting abused in cities.
You can see it in LA.
California
In
is
LA,
crazy.
they're just like they look like mob hits laying on the side of the street. They're just everywhere, you know. So
Yeah, I've witnessed kids making TikToks, throwing them off of like the piers into the ocean. I'm like, all right, well,
I saw a group of teenagers going through traffic, spitting on cars with like just like as a joke, like 'cause they just thought-
on their scooters.
yeah, there was like 10 kids. And it was like
It's like a
spitting
drive-by.
and stuff. I know it's fucked up. Yep, I saw that in Greensboro, North Carolina.
I can't even be mad at them because if I was a kid with all this technology, I would be in so much more trouble, bro. I remember catfishing grown men at like 10 years old in AOL chat rooms just for the fun of it.
That's not good.
No, I was an awful person.
Don't say that.
Did you ever dabble with IRC back in the day?
No. What's IRC?
Internet relay chat or something?
No. I
like-
lived on AOL chat rooms. I had like maybe 100 that I created that had like hundreds of people in them. I felt like a fucking god of AOL. There was so many people in my like community chat rooms I just made up out of nowhere. Because nobody was making community chats when I got on AOL. There was like no topic forum stuff, and I was just like, well, this is fucking easy. I started like pretty much name hogging. I started naming all the community chats all cool shit.
For sure.
Oh, Zombie 3D says I still use IRC. I bet you would, you fucking nerd.
It's super old school. You used to be able to like download movies and stuff back in the day on there. You have to like queue up, and they have RARs of a movie that would be like 100 different RARs for this one movie because it'd be so big and it'd take so long because the internet was slow back in the day.
OG torrent.
Before torrents and stuff, so you'd queue
Yeah.
up, so you'd have to type in this command in the IRC chat, and it'd put you in the wait list. And sometimes you'd be waiting for days to download the movie, and then when you downloaded them all, you have to unrar them all. But one of them always didn't work, and you had to try to find that one file again. And then you could the movie. And it was super grainy, and there's a guy standing in front of the movie always, like you get up and go to the bathroom and stuff. But it was like the first like pirated movies back in the day, and music too. I think they did in there too.
My introduction was Napster. I was definitely one of the first early adopters of Napster. I'm lucky my parents didn't get caught, but I was smart enough. Well, I was smart enough even back then. I knew to like protect my IP and stuff like that, and like use like all these things even as a kid. So it wasn't just like install Napster. It was like install 3 things plus Napster.
Yeah.
And I remembered even like having my mom get a second phone number just for the computer, just so I could use Napster instead of using our normal house line phone number for the 56K dial-up. And like, so we never got caught, but I was definitely an early adopter to like Napster, and I lived on LimeWire and Kazaa and BearShare. I remember when torrents first came out, I had to explain to grown men, like I worked at McDonald's. And I was trying to explain to my manager why torrents were better and safer and like even more like, you know, just like, just, you know what I mean? Like better in general, like, you know, it just, I don't know. It's just, that was all. I can't believe I was like 11, 12 years old. And then like, I think at McDonald's, I was probably like 14 when I was talking about torrents, or 15. Damn, man. Yeah. IRC made me better at finding stuff online. I guess, bro. I guess. Yeah, everybody in the chat, give me your ASL, bro. Give me your ASL. Everybody. Hold on, I'll do mine first. Boom. Everyone in the chat, we're going old school today. ASL. And you know what? Yeah, I think it is the xthings.cards. Go and check it out. But I think it's the X Things vibe that's hitting that nostalgic bone.
Yeah.
Like we mentioned, Pokemon and Splinterlands, even like some of these things that are all like, it hits a nostalgic bone in that sense. And I'm looking forward to seeing, the game come from the collectibles. And I think you guys were right when you mentioned earlier, the old model used to be movie merchandise. Then from merchandise, there's always like a game, and I feel like that. Right, exactly. It's kind of backwards now that you really think about it. You're building a fan base and a community in reverse that way. You're trying to then teach lore into a movie rather than I feel like Marvel kind of hit it, but they didn't because they made movies way too early that sucked way too bad. Please don't watch like the original Captain Americas and shit. Yeah, like
They're
don't.
bad.
They really didn't wait. Like I'm like it was
Just be patient,
and start from that ground up. And I think it is with the in-universe assets. Like, building from that lore base up by saying these are the assets, these are the characters in game with the way NFTs provide that ability, and then taking those assets that people care about and giving that utility in a game, taking all that lore from the gamified assets, and then providing a movie experience to go along with that in that order. I feel like that's going to be probably a standard coming out, at least from like the independent side up. Everybody else in the mainstream that already have a name, they're going to work backwards. They're going to say, hey, we have Avengers movies. Now we have Avengers NFTs. It's like, yeah, but what early value is there in buying an Avengers NFT when the Avengers movies are already made?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. They've already been looking at the markets for a while there. When last film market in Cannes we went to is 2019, I think it was, or 2018.
It was 2019.
2019, and they had have blockchain section in there in the actual film market.
It was very small though.
Yeah. So
the film market, like, like we said, it's been changing so much.
Yeah.
To the point where they don't know how to make money off movies anymore. It's any Tom, Dick, and Harry can make a movie with their cell phone or anything. We have movies that are out there distributing,
but in the actual physical market itself, they actually have a whole wing that's just blockchain technology and different people that are trying to do that kind of stuff, like you're talking about, integrate that into the movies.
Yeah, I think product placement needs to come back, obviously in like a safe way, but you're gonna have to figure out a way to make money outside of selling a movie to somebody. And I feel like product placement is going to be a big key in it. And I feel like NFTs could go a long way. If you were to sell, auction off a few NFTs for product placement opportunities, it'd be really cool to see like a Ken Bozak billboard in a movie, just because like there's a scene where somebody's driving by and there was an opportunity for me to buy that NFT that put my logo on that billboard.
Do you know what's cool too, actually, is that some of the cards that we have right now that are out, those are actually some of the monsters that are in the movie. Some of them. So people get a bit of an idea of what these things actually look like too. Yeah, we're thinking those might be more valuable in the future. Those are the ones we're making toys for.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess if you want, we can wrap things up. Is there anything that the audience that we didn't touch on that you want them to know, or anything that you wanted to touch and cover?
Just check out our website for more information if they need to get a hold of us. We're on like the Telegram and Discord, and we hope everyone loves the game and enjoys it as much as we are. We're big fans of the game ourselves and the IP behind it and stuff, and we want to build out the franchise and be around for the long term. We're not just an overnight type thing.
Yeah, I appreciate hearing that, and I look forward to seeing what you can do. This is just the beginning, and probably one of the first to do something along these lines, using NFTs as a means to kind of non-fungibly crowdfund a movie.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, guys, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate all the love and support.
Thanks for having us again.
Thanks.
Great talking.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be on again when there's some progress in the project. Check out xthings.cards today. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. If you pick anything up, it's funny enough, when we communicated, I was already picking up some of these NFTs just because I genuinely like the art. And then I saw that there was utility to the art in the NFTs, and then I kind of grabbed a couple extras like doubles and shit. So unbiased, I already thought this shit was cool. Let me know what you think in the comments, and as always, bros, have a day.
Have a day.
Bye.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Yes. Everybody, okay, call it. Yep. I know. Hey, I gotta talk to you about something. About something right now. Look at this. Tokens. So you're going to get your NFTs, right? You got to get your NFTs. Get your NFTs. Okay, now listen. So you got your token. You got your phone device here. Where's your NFTs? What is this? I gotta talk to you about this. It's called the Kin Token. You need to get the Kin Token, folks. Kin Token. NFTs, right? 3 hours each. And folks, Kin Tokes. Well, howdy, folks. Me and my little buddy here don't want y'all to get caught up in the rat race. So you're gonna get your Kin Tokens early. You're gonna wait for that airdrop until the membership sells out. Now you could take that to the bank. You could take that to the decentralized blockchain technologies, buddy.
Alrighty there, okay.
It's the freaking Kin Token, folks. Get the Kin Token. It's the Kin Token, folks. Kin Token. Get the Kin Token, folks. You need to get the Kin Token. Get the Kin Token before it's too late. It's like he's like I get it, like Ken's token. He's like Ken, because he's like token. Ken's token.